I would consider it absolutely unethical, and I would do everything in my powers to stop you, even if that would mean that I would have to kill you.
And we got this long giraffe pencil neck looking ass redhead trying to buck up like she's a man. Listen to what she said. She is challenging a man to a street fight, telling him that she will do everything within her power to stop him from eating meat, even if that means kill him over his meat consumption, saying that she will kill him if she has to. And the reason why I say hypothetically, but literally, because in this part of the conversation, the hypothetical was, what if a person was incapable of living without meat and they were an obligate carnivore? If they're deserving of death, then wouldn't somebody who is choosing to consume animal products, even if there was a theoretical way to survive on a plant-based diet and they continue to choose the animal products, wouldn't they be more deserving of death, according to the vegan, who believes that it's only being done for taste pleasure? Which would entail a street fight of some sort. But then these are also the same type of people who will sit back and say a man shouldn't hit a woman. So then why are you going to try to make yourself an opponent to a man? I don't know why a woman is trying to instigate a physical altercation on the street between two men.
I mean, if you think that he's such a jealous ex-girlfriend, couldn't you settle that in an MMA match?
I said yes, let's go.
So you would do that?
Yes, absolutely. But I even said, why MMA match? Let's just street fight.
Yeah. So we'll take you by your word. I will get back to Vegan Gains. When would you be capable of doing that?
Talking about, okay, I'm going to report back to Vegan Gains. Yo, who the fuck cares? Who the hell do you think Vegan Gains is? And let's explain something real quick for the vegans who apparently don't understand this. But if you're going to get into a street fight, it is assumed that it's life or death because people aren't playing out here.
It's very hilarious that Vegan Gains in the first place challenges people to MMA matches. He never trains MMA. I actually do. But still, I don't want to fight him in an MMA ring. I want to fight him on the street.
Okay, cool. So you will fight him on the street in the next 2 or 3 months.
Okay, to death. Cool, dude. I'll message him on Facebook right now. Hey, Bobby, I heard you wanted to have a street fight with me. So, I was thinking maybe this summer I could do some traveling. Just tell me what city you live in.
Because when it comes to Vegan Gains, he's been giving out fight challenges for like 10 years now. And he ain't made no type of action. So at this point, we're not even trying to hear none of that anymore. If you're trying to fight, let's just do it. So Vegan Gains says that he's going to accept the fight challenge and that he's going to fly out to wherever to fight in anybody's neighborhood. So we're going to do a little video on Vegan Gains rap sheet and these kooky ass vegans. And if Vegan Gains gets his ass off the computer chair and gets on a plane to go visit somebody for a street fight, then he's a dumbass. But who's supposed to believe this when you can hardly even walk?
I'll go on a diet. But right now, I literally have no options to do cardio. My knees are so fucked up right now, I can't actually walk. They just end up swelling up and I can't straighten my legs out.
All right, so let's just cut to the chase. He ain't gonna fight. He's not gonna get on a plane ticket. He's not gonna go traveling this summer. I would be shocked because you hardly even leave the house. Dude, you made a video called Leaving the House for a Change.
So the workout went pretty damn well. I wrapped both knees, including the knee that has the meniscus tear.
Hold up, wait a minute. So now you tore your meniscus too? He's got more injuries on his record than he has fight challenges. And let's look at how many fight challenges he has.
I'll fight you. Let's have a cage match. This is why we should have a cage match. Absolutely beat his fucking ass. We can meet up and we can have an MMA match. Or, you know, if you want me to fly out to you, have a boxing match or an MMA match. Let's set up a boxing match. Want to prove it? Well, then fight me in a cage. Open invitation anytime. We'll set up an MMA match.
Yo, nobody's believing that Vegan Gains is gonna fight anybody except for maybe the vegans. And that's only because they don't even live in reality anyways. Yo, all I want to do, please, Vegan Gains, just entertain us. Just throw a jab. You might be watching this on live stream right now. Just get up right now off the chair. Get up off the chair. Turn around to the right, okay? Get in your stance and just throw a jab. That's all I want to see. I just want to see one jab.
And that got rid of the
really annoying pain I've been having from doing squats with the torn meniscus.
Now, let's look at this. How many days of training has Vegan Gains committed to for combat sports since the first time he gave somebody a fight challenge? The last time we went over this, he said,
Okay, I'm not good at boxing right now. I haven't been training for it. So why would you expect me to be good at boxing right now? Do I have to be good at boxing right now, this moment?
oh, I'm gonna get in shape when COVID is done. All right, COVID's done, time to get in shape. Within that time, he ain't picked up a pair of 16-ounce gloves. He ain't picked up a punching bag. He hasn't spent a day in the gym. He hasn't gone running. And hold up, on the topic of running, so last time we had this conversation, I addressed how his knees cannot take the heavy impact of running. So what did he say? He said, well, I'm gonna rollerblade to get in shape for the next fight.
You can't breathe, you're out of shape. Bro, your conditioning is trash. You can't even fucking run.
Conditioning is trash. Can't even run. It's about as difficult. I was doing cardio all summer long with rollerblading. It's lower impact on my knee, so it's one of the reasons I've been doing it.
Okay, so we're gonna fast forward now. This was 2021. We're gonna fast forward to 2022 now, 1 year later, and we're gonna see how this rollerblading is panning out for Mr. Vegan Gains now, because this was gonna be the method that he used in order to get in shape for his fight with apparently Kenny KO and then myself, which, okay, anyways. And because he said running is hard impact on his knees, he can't sprint.
My knees are so fucked up right now I can't actually walk. They just end up swelling up and I can't straighten my legs out. So, rollerblading is out of the question.
Not only do you need to avoid going into the ring, you need to stay from up under the waist, man. What you really need is bed rest. All right, tap out. Y'all need to discontinue these damn shorts, because it's making way too many tough guys out here now. Now, when we're looking at you, you are less capable now than you were last year, and you're supposed to be in the prime of your life. You're approaching 32 years old, but you are becoming disabled. I don't see how weightlifting for you is making you stronger, when in the long run it's just making you physically less capable due to injuries. This is why winning on the internet but losing in real life will never be a vibe. Subscribers and views will never be a true measurement of people's happiness.
Whatsoever. Since I decided to do that, honestly, his channel has been going down and down and down and down, and nowadays...
He's literally claiming because he refused to debate me, my channel's been going down? Like, are you on fucking crack, dude?
All right, so we're going to look at the subscription count really quick. Yes, Bobby's Perspective pointed out that since he's ignored you and your desire to do debates, your channel has declined. Now, you can say whatever you want to say. Let's look at the numbers. What are you at now? The last time we went over this, 342,000 subscribers. Now let's look at what it's at. Nowadays, 323,000. The more videos you make, the less subscribers you have. What also made me laugh about this is that vegans will say literally anything in a conversation for the sake of trying to win the conversation. Okay, so here's an example. The question is asked, would you stop your kids from killing an animal that's inside your house?
Would you, if your child sat in your living room and were torturing an animal, would you say that's not the compassionate thing to do and try to raise him to be compassionate? Not eat it, and he's only doing it because it's fun to him, and he's inflicting needless suffering, your child in your living room. Would you try to stop him and raise him to be a compassionate being that should not inflict needless suffering, or would you encourage him?
You know what he should ask her? Can you define needless for me? Because we just got done talking about how you believe an obligate carnivore is worthy of death. Now you're talking about something being needless as a part of a criteria. There's no bar to pass, because whether you're doing it for shits and giggles or necessity for survival, the vegans are still going to kill you. What it's boiling down to is that life itself isn't even necessary. And she keeps referring to vegan gains as if that's who her leader is, her thought leader. Now let's take a little rewind in history. So her expectation and criticism is that if you have creatures in your house and your kids are killing the creature or burning the creature, that you're somehow degenerate or sick or wrong if you don't stop your kids from doing that, okay? Now let's see Vegan Gain's opinion.
So you invite your mom over. She doesn't want to leave.
Oh yeah, I'd fucking shoot and kill her without even thinking.
Hey,
Yeah,
Richard, what do you think about what Ruxer said about like?
I was like, to make it more analogous, the person that you're inviting over is incapable of leaving, just in the same sense as the pregnancy.
All right, so in this hypothetical, Vegan Gain said he would shoot his own mother dead without warning, even knowing under the conditions that he's going to, 1, invite her over, 2, know in advance that she's not going to be able to leave, and 3, he doesn't have to give any warning. It's based off of how he feels and what he wants. If my kids caught a rat or a roach, they can do whatever the hell they want to do with it. If they want to take out a magnifying glass, go in the backyard and burn up ants, good. We used to do that when we were kids. That was fun. We used to go around and purposefully catch mosquito eaters and pull the wings off of them and throw them into spider webs to see them get wrapped up because that was fun to us. But my question is, well, so I have to live in a house with pests, rats, and roaches. Like Fully Raw Christina, she got the centipedes in her house, which magically vanished. Pest control should be punishable by death. When will the vegans just come to terms with the fact that being vegan does not entail being cruelty-free? In fact, it doesn't even entail causing the least amount of harm or suffering.
Even if that would mean that I would have to kill you. Even if it's really not your fault, but you are an animal.
Veganism really got you guys gassed up. And you guys hyped up, talking about, I'm going to do everything in my power to stop you, even if that means to kill you. Yeah, okay.
High hopes for you niggas, we gon' see.
Since you guys are daredevil killers now, I want to see some action. Look, and just like I said, veganism's not even about the animals. You can't even say it's about the animals because you're saying you're going to kill the animals. It's like some just fucked up ideology, and it's weird because they weren't always like this. And this girl wasn't always like this. This girl's only been vegan for 1 year.
I know that there is, even in the vegan community, a large debate on whether it is ethical or unethical to kill and cull carnivorous animals for the sake of the herbivorous animals, and I am actually rather in favor of it if it comes to a broken down situation. Like, for example, if I'm having a picnic and I see a snake wanting to eat a mouse, I would definitely stop the snake from eating the mouse.
2 years ago, vegans were having a whole different type of script. They were saying, oh, the animals, it's okay if they eat each other because they're not moral agents. Here, let me show you proof.
Non-human animals too cannot be held responsible for the morality of their actions. That hypothetical cousin has no moral agency. If, on the other hand, I do the same thing, it is wrong because I can appreciate what value this book holds for you. Moral agency is determined on the basis of whether or not that entity can reason, whether or not it has reasoning capacity.
So you can see how the progression of veganism is becoming, satanic, demonic, suicidal, anti-human. I mean, speaking of suicide, this girl right here, she said, veganism means treating others like you would like to be treated, okay? Treating others like you would like to be treated. So if it is the case in the future that for some reason you find that you're not able to stay vegan, what do you want to have happen to yourself? If it is the case that you are willing to treat other people with death due to animal consumption, I believe that these mentally unstable people will eventually commit suicide if they do not leave this ideology.
Either some way stop humans from eating other animals, which you already said in hypothetical is not possible, or I would kill the humans. Yes, I would.
Not only that, but look at the rate of vegans that quit. If it is true that about 85% of vegans quit within just the first year, how can you sit here and confirm to us that you are not going to leave veganism in the future? Shouldn't you just preemptively deal with that problem? You might one day not be vegan. If you're really about that life, that killer life, why don't you get it started then? Imagine this girl pulling up on you talking about, you better put the meat down. I'm going to do everything in my power to stop you, even if that means kill you. Because I've listened to these vegans long enough. The only reason why they say they won't actually take action is because they don't believe that they will win in the end. They don't have enough recruits yet. Once or if ever it gets to a point where they have a large enough vegan population, they will begin to kill us. Vegans will begin to kill people because just like this girl said, they're not going to start with the animals. They're going to start with what they believe is causing the most violence. Veganism. If you want to align yourself with this group of people, expect criticism. You better be thankful for this damn speciesism in us. It's the only thing keeping you safe. Now, if you were a damn horse or a dog talking to me like this, okay, let a dog come to me and talk about, I'm going to kill you if you don't stop. Okay, you know what? Just go on and say bye-bye to Sparky, Beethoven, Air Bud. And then we got this girl here talking about, is he going to be a man of his word? Oh, sit down. So to end this on a happy note, practice your conflict resolution and your de-escalation of force. And in fact, I think this girl needs to get back on and give an apology to both those gentlemen because she could have potentially gotten somebody killed with the way that she's talking. She's over here trying to instigate stuff that was going on years ago at a time when she wasn't even vegan. Her ass was probably out still eating schnitzels. Dude, I don't care if it's your girlfriend. I don't care if it's your wife. Do not let her blind you, run you into street fights. If it's not an absolute necessity to save you from bodily injury or harm, then de-escalate and go live another day and go see your wife and kids. There's a whole lot of tough guys out there, vegan gains. No one's asking you to try to be one. What they're saying is, if you're actually going to give out fight challenges, why don't you at least participate and train? And on her part, I really think she needs to cool it down and watch the way she's talking to people because she's going to be talking to the wrong person about killing them. And they're going to take it for what it is and come through and karate chop that damn 2x4 neck off his shoulders. So as a society, we really need to start shaming the vegans for their hate speech